Hi, my name is Orville, and I'm 13. I've been in foster care for like 7 years, and I'm doing great. And I just wanted to say that I'm happy that I'm glad I'm going home. And my mom's here, my brother's here, and they came down to see me. And I'm the best kid in town, so.
So, Orville, how many foster homes have you been in?
I've been in like 5 or 6, and it's really hard moving house to house, because it's difficult moving house to house.
You got to get to know people all over again
Yeah.
and get to know their rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how do you think I think you've survived foster care. How do you think you survived it?
Yeah, I think because I just got through it. So. And so.
Okay. So how do you think? What do you owe that to? I mean, how did you manage to survive it?
I managed is just go and like stay focused with what I'm supposed to be doing, and just concentrate what I'm supposed to be doing.
So you didn't get wrapped up in other people's stuff. You know, if they were bad kids, you didn't let them influence you.
And what I would like to say is to my brother that me and my brother get along well, and what he's saying is true, because when it's time for me to go home, that one time when I had to come back early in the morning with my mom, I felt sorry about Junior, because when he had to wake up, like he didn't see me there, and that's why I'm glad to come back home and make my brother happy.
Family, you know, your brother made a lot of people cry in Prague. Your brother went to Prague and he was on a panel discussion, and one of the things he said to people was that he was upset that he got moved out of the home with his brother because somebody lied about him. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
What did you say?
I said that I was mad, I was mad for one reason at the system, because Pamela...
Oh, no names.
Okay, alright, blank, moved me out of her house away from my brother, caused something to go on file that wasn't true.
Charges.
And it really hurt, because I had to move away from him, that she forced him, or blank forced him, to say something that wasn't true, and we got separated, so that's one of the reasons why I left town.
Do you think this happens a lot?
Yes, it does. And probably 99.9% of the foster care system.
Okay. Well, you have no documentation to prove that 99.5%. Okay. But that was a nice try. Should people break families up like that? Brothers and sisters?
No, they shouldn't.
But they do it though, don't they?
Yeah. It's an extent that you could take. Like, you could play around, you could play fight, you could wrestle, but it doesn't take it to the extreme and say that you're intentionally trying to hurt this person.
But even brothers and sisters fight.
Yes, they do.
And brothers and sisters fight all the time and all through history, and people don't go around giving up their siblings because they got into a fight. Usually they make up before the day is over. So it's sort of normal for brothers and sisters to fight. So I'm not sure why people in foster care always say they don't get along, so we got to move them to another foster home and split them up. So, Mom, can I interview you?
Sure.
And you know what? They're saying some really good things here. I might want to put this on YouTube. Is that okay? I'll wait till after the court date's over.
Orville, you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I just
Did you see your teeth?
Yeah, I don't know why, and do new stuff. So
He's been doing something new, I guess, and it's been
Well, you know, you're going home, and here's what we know a little bit. When there's changes in your life, well, for everybody, when there are changes in our lives, sometimes we feel those changes physically. You know, if there are bad changes, sometimes people get sick, or if there are happy changes, people usually overly euphoric. You know, they're so happy they can't control themselves. So, you were happy about going home?
Yes.
Yeah, and you've been bugging me actually about having a going away party, which is how the videotape came about, because you really want to spend some time here at my house before you leave, and you know what? That was very nice. You know, I was someplace else, and I drove all the way home 100 miles to make sure I got here before you left, because it was really an honor that you want to spend some time with me. And I know that your brother, when he ran away, came by to visit me, so that was also very nice too. Okay, so this little twitch that you have, you're nervous about court tomorrow, because what's happening is that you know you have to go to court tomorrow, and in court that's when they'll make the final decision about you going home. And I understand your dad's going to be in court tomorrow too, who you haven't seen in many years. So maybe this thing that you're doing with your teeth is because you're a little nervous about court tomorrow, and you just want everything to go really swell so that you can go home. Hey, nobody ever says the word swell, but you want things to go swell so you can go home, and also you're a little nervous because your dad's going to be there, and you haven't seen him in many years. So hang in there, and after tomorrow, you might find that twitch that you have on your right side of your face is going to go away.
Hold on, I want to say one more
It's really the left side of your face.
I
Huh?
know, I want to say one more thing about
You can
this.
say as much as you want.
That's the last thing I'm about to say. Like, I know I've been afraid of going in the deep end. Like, I wasn't a very good swimmer. I can, like, it's like, I've been, like, asking God, like, can you change my life so I can swim, good swimmer. And so then finally the day come when my brother came down, and it's good that God really changed my life. So he helped me pass that swimming test. And it's like I was always afraid of going in the deep end. And
A lot of people don't know this about you, but I know this about you. You love God, don't you?
yes, I do, because he changes people's life to a better place.
Do you think he changed your mom's life?
Yes. He changed my brother's life too.
Yeah, I have another thing to say. If it wasn't for me running away out of the system, I wouldn't be in college. I wouldn't become a diesel mechanic. I wouldn't have my driver's license.
Yeah, that's a snazzy car you drove up here in. What kind of car is that?
It's a Ford Mustang convertible.
Good for you. The whole system was holding you back, huh?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes, it was. And basically, if I would have stayed in the system, I would have probably ended up in jail. I'd be sitting in jail or prison right now for a crime that I did because I was basically nothing in the system.
We call those kinds of crimes that foster kids commit after they get out of the system. We call them survival crimes. And so you're right. A lot of kids in foster care, that's where they end up. They end up in prison. And you got to know that you know that I'm a big advocate about kids going home if they can. And one of the reasons why I'm a big advocate about that is because I do know that so many kids end up in prison when they can actually, with a little support, go back home and be with their families. And we also know that sometimes those court reports just keep saying the same old stuff over and over again. 10 years later, it's still saying the same old stuff without, checking in on those families to find out, did they change, how they improved, and are they willing to do what it takes to get their children back?